Main man, made man here. Y'all know how I get down. We talking boxing. Oh my goodness. Adrien Broner gets stomped on by Mikey Garcia. Mikey Garcia, ladies and gentlemen, winning a unanimous decision over Adrien the Problem Broner. Heads off to Mikey Garcia and the entire corner. The whole Robert Garcia Boxing Academy. They got the job done for the second time over Adrien Broner using a whole different approach. Oh my goodness. The star that is known as Adrien Broner possibly has failed tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my goodness, this is crazy. Let's get it out the way. I thought Adrien Broner would defeat Mikey Garcia, man. In my prediction video, I predicted for Adrien Broner to win. And god damn, the last time I did that prediction video, that was weigh-in, man. Knowing that Adrien Broner came into this fight 138 pounds on the weigh-in, and looking clearly like the smaller fighter tonight, man. And Mikey Garcia looked like the much more bigger fight, fought very comfortably at 140 tonight, ladies and gentlemen. Something that we saw against Elias Rojas. He fought comfortable then at this particular weight, but Mikey just prefers to go to a lower weight. But man, he looked like the much more bigger man, much in control for, I'd say, good 85% of this fight. Mikey Garcia was basically in control. Adrien Broner, man, he had spats and spurts throughout the fight, but not nearly enough to win this fight. I had Mikey Garcia winning this fight hands down, man. I scored it in my boxing form. My final score was 121 to 111, man. Adrien Broner losing to Mikey Garcia basically by a very, very wide margin, Joe. And most of the boxing judges had Adrien Broner losing by a significant margin. I'm sure y'all had Adrien Broner losing by a significant margin. But god damn, man, this is the Adrien Broner I didn't expect. He looked light. He looked trim and lean, but man, I mean, that's just not the thing that's good for Adrien Broner. Like I stated, ladies and gentlemen, Adrien Broner has always been a fighter that's overpowered his opponents to win. And it looked like he came in tonight as the smaller fighter. Mikey Garcia's punches clearly had much more damage on him, man. They were damaging Adrien Broner much more. Adrien Broner couldn't really penetrate the defense of Mikey Garcia good enough to really land damaging blows, man. Adrien started to get hot once again, as he always does in the second half of the fight, but too little, too late, man. I mean, honestly, the latest round I gave Adrien Broner was round 9, man. And at that point, I had the fight 88-84 for Mikey Garcia. But round 9, Adrien Broner started to get hot, man. He started to become more aggressive, started to try to walk Mikey Garcia down and be first. But when he did that, he spent, it seems as if, a lot of himself, and he could not come out and answer for round 10, 11, and 12, in which I all gave to Mikey Garcia, man. Mikey Garcia just fought a wonderful fight, keeping the distance on Adrien Broner, man. All fight, working behind the jab, working behind the once he, after the first couple rounds in which he was slow to start, as he normally is, he started to put his foot on the gas a little more, unleash his punches first. And every time Adrien Broner was coming in forward, tightening up, Mikey Garcia was unleashing punches the second that Adrien Broner got within distance. And then Adrien Broner's tightened up using that cross guard. And Mikey Garcia just started going around the sides of that shit, man. He started hitting him from the sides, uppercuts, the body work, man. And then Adrien Broner, like I said, in roughly about round 9, he started to get hot and he started to switch his game plan a bit. He became much more aggressive instead of mobile, fighting much more off the back foot. He started to come forward a lot more in the later rounds, and he started to go downstairs on Mikey Garcia, man. And it had some good semi-success, but once again, again, it's like he didn't have enough in the tank to finish what he started. You know what I'm saying? And Mikey Garcia would just then take that step back, put the distance between him and Adrien Broner, start firing off first, numerous shots. Adrien Broner coming forward, as he always does, freezes. And when he freezes and starts to think too much, he doesn't swing, man. But damn, Joe, it's such a sad night for Adrien Broner, man. This was the fight that he needed, to the one that was going to ensure his place in the boxing world as an elite or perceived to be an elite fighter. Him losing tonight against Mikey Garcia just does terrible things to the career of Adrien Broner and the brand of AB, man. It's really sad, man. It really is, man. A kid who was full of so much potential, man, who had so much he could have did in the sport of boxing, man. And then to see it in this way, man, a kid that just, I don't know how financially stable he is, man, but he has his own promotional thing going on, but it's just going to not be good for AB at this point. He's going to have to rally around his true friends tonight, man, and just take this loss. He was at high heights, y'all. It's not like a normal loss for a lot of other fighters. In Adrien Broner's case, it's at high heights, man. This kid was at high heights. He has nobody else to blame but himself, doing dumb shit like drinking lean, constantly run-ins with the law, constantly in the press for bad press, rapping and drinking and smoking and doing everything under the sun, and never got out of that mentality, man. And unfortunately, that in being an elite boxer, it just doesn't mix, man. You got to be special to be that kind of individual, and clearly Adrien Broner just isn't that. A lot of folks, including myself at points in times, have given up hope on Adrien Broner, man, because, you know, his out of the ring antics. I've always tried to keep hope alive for him because of his in the ring activity, though I knew he was being sheltered, though I knew he was being protected, though I knew they were keeping him from welterweight when he should have been there. Now him trying to make weight for 140 just depletes him, man. It doesn't even make him look like the normal Adrien Broner that we're usually seeing, man. And clearly tonight, man, he wasn't the bully. He wasn't the bigger fighter. He wasn't the guy that can come in there and just throw that one pot shot and hurt his opponent. And this, he wasn't that guy tonight. He was the smaller fighter, trying to, you know, start off the earlier portion of the fight limber and moving and things like that. That's not Adrien Broner, man. Unfortunately, man, there were, like I said before, there were talks of people saying him going down to 138, man, was just too low. He cut way too much weight, man. Clearly it didn't even, like I said, even in his rehydration efforts, I don't know how much he rehydrated to, man, but it just looked like he just was so small tonight, man, compared to Mikey Garcia, a fighter who fights at 135, man. Like, God damn, Joe, man. God damn, man. But it's just going to be sad how AB is going to have to deal with these next few days. As for Mikey Garcia, right now, man, high caliber fighter. No ifs, ands, or buts about it, man. I'm just like, God damn, Mikey looked good as shit tonight, Joe. No ifs, ands, or buts. I can't take nothing away from his performance tonight. He looked good. Clearly, Robert Garcia, the Garcias, just have the number of Adrien Broner, man. Mikey just looked like he can get in there with anybody. I got to see a Mikey in Terrence Crawford, man. That would just be lit, man. Mikey is talking about going down to 135, where you got Jorge Linares, where you got Vasil Lomachenko. He's looking like he's headed to 35 real soon. Robert Easter's down there, man. Terry Flanagan, man. A lot of good names down at 135. As for 140, the biggest name at 140, now that Adrien Broner's been knocked the fuck off, man, it's going to be Terrence Crawford, man. So if Mikey remains at 140, that's going to be the echo. He won the WBC Diamond belt. It's an alphabet title, but I believe it will rank him very, very high amongst the WBC fighters, man. So the opportunity to fight Terrence Bud Crawford, man, is clearly there. Terrence Crawford being the world champion at that sanctioning body. So just, man, goddamn, Mikey Garcia, man, I've had doubts about him for a long time. I've said to myself, I've always wanted to see Mikey Garcia face a slick fighter, and he did it tonight, man. Adrien, not only did he not come as the usual Adrien who's flat-footed and more trying to, rely on his power, he didn't become that guy to the second half, more so towards the end of the fight. fight. But earlier on, he was limber, he was small, he was trying to be slick, you know what I'm saying? And Mikey Garcia performed very well, remained patient early, working behind his jab, eventually start throwing shots downstairs, then coming around on the sides. Adrien Broner just, once again, being too patient, not letting his hands go, taking much too much time off in the fight, man. And he got dominated tonight, man. God damn, man. Where does Adrien Broner go from here, y'all? Where does he go, man? At 147, no hope there. 140, he loses to Mikey. Clearly, he will lose to Terrence Crawford. Where the fuck does Adrien Broner go, man? God damn, I don't know. He came in at 138 tonight. Does he go down to 135 and make attempts down there? I just don't know, man. But god damn, where does Adrien Broner go, man? Right now, immediately after fight, I would have to think about this. I have no idea where Adrien Broner will go at this point. Clearly, he's not elite. He's proved it time and time again. Undisciplined, not elite. And he's going to take a fucking tongue lashing from the boxing fans and the boxing world, man. Oh, my gosh, man. And at one time, the boxing world was seeing this kid as the next Mayweather, man. What a fall from grace. But Mikey Garcia's star is going to rise fast. It's going to rise high. Now that he's cleared his promotional issues, everybody's going to be gunning for this kid. This was the fight that was going to open the door for Mikey Garcia's career to be respected as an elite fighter and to hopefully attract much bigger names. Good fucking fight, man. Heads off to fucking Garcia, man. But damn, too bad for Adrien fucking Broner, Joe. We gonna miss. He's you know, regardless how you feel about Broner, he's so fucking good for boxing, man. What he does for boxing, what he does, the attention that he brings, man, the negative, positive, whatever. What he does for boxing is so pivotal, and to lose a character like this on the elite level, man, just, I mean, we've all known it as purists, but to now it's going to be certified amongst the casuals. It's just like, oh, man. Damn, what a fall from fucking grace, man. So to the next video, Main Man Made Man. Don't forget to subscribe. Twitter, Made Man 511. Facebook, Main Man Made Man Boxing Forum. Google Plus, Main Man Made Man. I gotta assess this, man. I gotta process this, man. And just like, damn, man. I'll respond with a much clearer head tomorrow. This is just my immediate reaction. And I'm just like, wow. Fucking wow. To the next video. Peace out. Damn.